Good morning, 9:24 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Monday, September 23rd, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So we've got some moving parts this morning. We can see right now with the XRP, we're down 0.48%, sitting at about the 58.5 cent level. We'll go over the technicals of XRP. We'll go over some of the whale movements, and we'll go over some of the XRP inflow data that does support, our price movements. But we'll see if with the price of the Ripple whales or the XRP whales buying such an exorbitant amount with the inflow tracking data coming in, is this a case where we're going to move up by 20 or 30%? Or is this a case where that's a lot of noise? We were unable to push past the cup and handle resistance as we got a firm double rejection over the weekend. And do we lose this short-term support that could bring us down to the 2018 resistance line that we've currently flipped to support? Those are topics we're going to discuss. We're also going to talk about the 252 million in XRP that was moved by whales, and is that enough to sustain a price movement to the top side? And then the last thing that I wanted to read was XRP price breakout 30% next as investor inflows explode. So we've had inflows kind of go up here a little bit, about 30% by investors. So we'll talk about that after we get through the analysis. So please make sure to hit that like button so YouTube does recommend this update. That's all I'm going to say. So XRP down 0.33%. Over the weekend, we came slightly above this pattern formation. It was a short-term consolidation. It could have brought us to 63 cents. Unfortunately, it was a fake out, and we got very much so rejected at the cup and handle resistance. It's something I was waiting for all week last week to happen. Whether we were going to break through it or get rejected, we didn't know, but it did seem as though it needed to come up to that downtrending resistance on the cup and handle. And that's what we ended up doing over the weekend. We can see the firm cup and handle. We have a rising channel resistance just above it that should have been a support. Once we broke down out of that rising channel, we had a nice drop down all the way down to about 38 cents. And we ended up confirming the falling channel side of this. Now we're up to the cup and handle resistance, which is also the falling channel resistance. And technically, if you do take a look at this, and we look at the maximum possibility if we have a breakout here, so if we get over 60.6 cents in current terms, which we are well behind right now, that would get you, it's a perfect move up to 88 cents. So if you got on top of the cup and handle resistance, the falling channel resistance, which is the exact same resistance, that would give us a technical move up to 88 cents. So still in the back of my head, that is what I want to happen. That is what I'm looking to happen. But understanding that we did get a rejection on the cup and handle, and that could drive our price down pretty much down to 42 cents in worst case scenario if we had to come down to the handle support. Now, it's never going to do that in one motion. Right now, if you want to bring it down so you don't have to look at the 60.6 or 60.8 up in that 61 cent range, right now 59 cents is this short-term consolidation that we're still stuck in. A drop out of this and the loss of the 57 cent level would bring you down to 52.6. A breach over the 59 cent level, and if it runs true, which we had a fake out yesterday or Saturday night that came to 61.2 or early Sunday, and then it came right back through. So if this is a fake out, now we'll start trending down towards 57 cents. And if that's lost, you'll end up retesting the 2018 resistance finally as a proper retest. Because we've come up, we came through, now we pushed past above the 2018 resistance, which is more than a 6.5 year resistance. And now if we do break back down, we could have a firm consolidation and a retest as support finally. Last time we tried to do this, we came right through and then pushed back over, but we weren't able to hold it as the actual support. We came through, came all the way down to 50 cents, then pushed through. Now we've yet to back test that push up. So that's the question. Is it going to go to 63 or 52? I would love to say it's going to 63. But the little bearish bias that we've been getting this morning, especially with Bitcoin going to 64,600 and immediately reversing, is interesting. But I don't want to get into Bitcoin yet. I want to keep this in an orderly fashion. So first thing I want to do is I want to read through the inflows, assuming it lets me. XRP price breakdown to 30% rally. Yeah, see, it's not even going to let us read their articles. So isn't that amazing? Okay, so XRP price breakout to 30% rally next as investor inflows explode. So XRP is nearing a breakout from a symmetrical triangle pattern, with traders optimistic due to a positive funding rate streak. A sharp uptick in the chalk and money flow CMF signals increasing investor confidence, fueling potential for a sustained rally. If XRP flips the 64-cent resistance into support, it could rise by 29% to 76 cents. Failure to break out may result in a drawdown to 56 cents. So for the past month and a half, XRP's price has been moving within a symmetrical triangle pattern, but it has repeatedly failed to breach a key resistance barrier. Now, as the token is showing signs of breaking out of this consolidation pattern, traders are growing optimistic about the possibility of a significant rally. The breakout could pave the way for XRP to reach higher price levels, potentially marking a new chapter for bullish momentum for the altcoin. So XRP enthusiasts vote for a rally. XRP traders are increasingly bullish about a potential rally. As indicated by the positive funding rate, the current streak of positive funding rates is the longest XRP has experienced in over 7 weeks. A positive funding rate typically signals that long contracts are dominating short contracts, reflecting strong market sentiment in favor of rising prices. This trend shows that traders are betting on XRP to rise, with many optimistic about the token's chances of moving upward if this bullish sentiment continues. It could fuel a sustained rally. This would further strengthen XRP's price action as more investors enter the market. The broader momentum of XRP also shows positive signs. The chalk and money flow indicator, which tracks the flow of capital into and out of an asset, has noted a sharp uptick. This uptick signals that investors are pouring money into XRP, which reflects confidence in the asset's potential for growth. A rising CMF typically indicates increasing buying pressure, which can be a precursor to higher price levels, with investors heavily investing in XRP. The market may continue to see upward momentum in the short term. This would support the potential breakout and subsequent rally. So XRP price prediction and key barrier awaits. XRP is currently testing the upper trend line of the symmetrical triangle pattern as support, suggesting a breakout may be on the horizon. If the breakout occurs, XRP could see a 29% rise, pushing the price towards 76 cents. However, for the bullish outcome to be confirmed, XRP must first flip the 64-cent resistance level into a support floor. This move would solidify the upward trajectory and create the foundation for further gains. If the breakout attempt fails, as it has in the past, XRP could face a potential drawdown of 56 cents. Given the level has served as a strong support floor in the past, the altcoin could consolidate above it. This would ultimately invalidate the bullish thesis if the breakout does not materialize. So excellent information. And then 252 million XRP in epic whale activity. Is this enough? So the XRP price is still moving sideways, but whales have started to defy all the odds with huge moves. The broader crypto market has slightly recovered after the recent rate cuts by the U.S. Federal Reserve. Bullish sentiment is still prevailing on the market, as more gains are likely in the cards. Seeing this, XRP whales trying to push the prices to the next highs. According to crypto quant data, more than 252 million XRP were withdrawn from crypto exchanges on September 23rd. The total value of these coins, based on the current XRP price, is around 147 million. This is a huge single-day rise in exchange outflows for the coin, showing a strong accumulation trend among whales. Whales typically buy XRP tokens on top crypto exchanges and then withdraw these assets to move them into their private wallets. Large holders are known for holding coins for the long term, and they prefer keeping them in their private crypto wallets, as they hold these coins and have no plans to sell them in the short term. These exchange withdrawals have long-term positive impacts. What does it mean for the XRP price? Whale accumulation is likely to inject bullish momentum into XRP's price movement. The Ripple Labs associated coin requires this confidence from large holders if it has to move to the next highs. As of writing this article, XRP is trading at 58.69 cents after a slight dip of 1.12% in the last 24 hours. The trading volume is also down 15% during this time, currently at 965 million. That's actually a good sign. If you have price going down and crashing volume, that's a great sign. That means you are losing out on volume as the price goes down. If that continues, that's the conditions for a bullish reversal. While the sideways movement is persisting, The rising buying activity can positively impact the price in the near future. XRP is currently facing strong resistance from the 61-cent price level. It has to break through the range, and that's the cup and handle resistance area right there, and the falling channel resistance, ironically, in the same spot. It has to break through this range in order to establish a more sustained upward trend. With whales going bullish, XRP may trigger this potential rally in the coming weeks. So let's take a look at the Crypto Fear and Greed Index this morning as well. So right now, the Crypto Fear and Greed Index is at 50, which is neutral. Yesterday, it was at 52, neutral. Last week, it was at 39, fear. Last month, it was at 56, greed. The month before, it was all the way up to 74, extreme greed. So that's where we sit right now in that regard. Just this morning, gold right now is up about $5. B2 Gold opened down about 3 cents. First Majestic opened the week about 1% down at 614. Silver's down about 1% on the open today at $30.86. Nothing major. Everything looks pretty ordinary. Pay attention to commodities. Continue paying attention. I got a dividend payment today from B2 Gold of $126. So that was nice to wake up to. But now let's finish this off. Bitcoin at 68,274. And if you're looking to trade crypto worldwide, BITUNIX, video description below and our pinned comments. You don't need a KYC. You don't need a VPN unless you're sending or receiving from a bank account. That's it. That's the lowest spot and leverage trading fees I found and the most upfront about cost. There's also HOTCOIN, which is in the video description below and our pinned comments. There is no longer copy trading due to a few, and I'm not going to go into it anymore. If you want to hear trade details, join Tom's Army. It would be a great way to pay it forward, a great way for me to push a little more support out of my audience. It's been very lacking, which is okay. I don't do this for the support. But if you want to hear more future details about like trades, you're going to have to join Tom's Army. I'm not sharing it public. I'm going to do it in my own private way because some of you have gone outside yourselves when I showed my portfolio. You got my portfolio frozen on HOTCOIN, and then they unfroze it because they realized that it was spam on my account, that people were, anyhow. So there's no more copy trading. I was suspended from that. I won't be doing that anymore in the future. And if I do, it'll be on BitUnix once it's allowed, and only members of Tom's Army will be welcome. You won't even hear about it outside of members-only videos. So if you want more exclusive content when it comes to the actual my trades, join Tom's Army. I'm not going to be talking as much about that in the general public anymore. So Bitcoin down 0.5%, down 306 points, or 63,268. And we got rejected at 64,150 as of right now. That was the upper target. Now, the fact that it got rejected there and pushed back down short term, that doesn't mean it's over necessarily, but that could mean that that's a double top that could have formed here. We won't know unless it rotates back down and we lose the short-term pattern of consolidation that is looking like it's pretty clear that this is what's happening. So we had resistance, 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 and I like to do it like this because we don't need to go through the wick. I have it in the 2-hourly, but if I'm going through here, I wanted to do that resistance. We got another, and I'll show you as soon as this stops getting in my way. And for anybody who was wondering, my son, he's not in school today. He went to the doctor, urgent care yesterday because he had a fever, and somebody in his class had strep throat, so we knew we had to take him in for antibiotics. He ended up having an inner ear infection, so he's on antibiotics. He's doing a lot better today. His fever broke yesterday. He threw up twice yesterday, so we knew something was going. It wasn't like a general throw up. It was more like a mucusy, and he was a little discombobulated, so you could tell his equilibrium was off, so we suspected he had some kind of inner ear problem. So we took him, and that was the news we got. So, you know, I dealt with that. Julie dealt with that, and everything's good. He hasn't thrown up today. He's got an appetite a little bit. We've done his feedings through his G-tube, no problem. He's gotten a couple doses of his antibiotics, and he should be good to go here. And he had to stay off of school today, but we'll see how it goes tomorrow. No physical therapy today, so it's basically a Sunday for him today. So yeah, thank you everybody for the concerns. But with Bitcoin, this is the pattern formation that we've set up. The short term on the push out, this is what we formed, and this is how we'll know if this was just a last-ditch effort to come up here in current times right now. 64,525 would have to be breached. On the support side, if we lose 62,400, it's not good. And then I can show you the targets, which we already know the targets, but this will help validate the targets as we go further. See how this expanded? We got a beautiful area here where we hit support resistance. If it comes down 60,000, and that was almost right on the money, 60,400, and let's just say, because, you know, we want to be transparent, let's say it doesn't break down, and in fact we get on some mojo and we start breaking up here. Next move here, what's that, 67,000? I'm going to move this down because that's irrelevant right now. 66,556. So 66,000 or 533, whatever. Somewhere in that range is where the technical breakout would be if we consolidate to the top side. But right now we're showing a downward consolidation. So just be aware. Be aware. It seems like we're getting rejected at a very unfavorable spot. I know a lot of people are calling for big moves up right now, as I've watched a lot of influence. Well, I had no choice because it went through my feed. But all I see is Bitcoin, all-time high breakout coming. Bitcoin to 80,000, Bitcoin to 242,000, Bitcoin to 74,000. Now the 70,000 area might happen, but that has to happen after this breakout. You can't just say it's going there while we have this consolidation until it ends. So pay attention to that with Bitcoin. And honestly, if you're trading and you're not a veteran trader, stay away from leverage. Stay away from leverage. Build your spot positions. I can't tell you how many people have messaged me because they've lost their spot trading bag because they thought that they could advance it by going into leverage trading. I can't tell you how many people would message me terrible messages because they lost $20, which if you can't afford to lose $20, please get out of leverage and crypto as a whole. It's a shame how some people will act, but you know what the best part of this is? We can look at this from a standpoint, and I've become super laser focused because all the other nonsense that I was doing to help out, I don't need to do anymore. I don't need to focus on the copy trading. I don't need to focus on helping everybody on their own personal trades. I'm going to do my updates. I'm going to do my lives. And if I get the respect, I get the respect. If I get the disrespect, that's fine. I'll just end things a little shorter. And if the support's being shown, I'll come on more. If there's more members of Tom's Army, I'll find my way on YouTube more. If there's less people in Tom's Army and showing support or sending YouTube super chats or paying it forward by hitting the like button, I'll do less updates on YouTube. That's not a problem. I'll pull it back a little bit because obviously I was doing too much to be spammed and to be personally attacked. So I'm going to keep this in a very professional way, keep my emotions on the down low, and keep the friendship intact, but from a much more conservative basis. So I hope you appreciate what I do. So respect what I do, hit that like button and push the word out. If not, sit back, relax, and try to understand the charts. Create a moment of positivity in here. Don't become a negative Nancy. We're not the victim here. We play the winner. We don't put people down. We don't harass people. We don't try to affect people's livelihoods like some of you have with mine. That'll never be forgiven by some of you. That friendship's ended. So the end of this right now, 60.6 cents. If we want to invalidate this structure and we actually want to reverse a bearish bias that could end up developing here if we start pushing back down, we have to break that cup and handle at 60.6 cents. And then ultimately, we have to, in the short term, get back over 59 cents, get back over 64 cent area and start pushing this bias. Otherwise, if we keep doing this long enough, we're going to find ourselves back at that 57 cent level, ultimately back down at 52.6 cents. And then we're going to have to pay the piper if we break through the 2018 resistance that's acting as support down at 52. That's where we could have a big problem. So you look out this at a little bit longer. Get rid of this. No reason to help like that. Get rid of this. 62.3 cents. That's the short-term consolidation here. If you break it out just a tiny bit bigger, but then that also gives you longer targets to the downside as well if we were to break down. So pay attention to everything we've talked about. Make sure to hit that like button. Share this on social media. Keep your emotions intact. Let me know in the comments if you think we're going to break down or if we're going to break out. If you think that XRP right now is in a consolidatory moment where you think it's getting ready to push or you think it's getting ready to dump. As you know, we're 1 week away from the escrow dump again. That's 1 billion more XRP that are going to find their way into the market. As we know, Chris Larson's is dump 50 million XRP. Speculation could be that it's for a supporter Kamala Harris. We know Ripple moved 200 million XRP as well last week. So what is actually going on here? That is the big debate. And if you made it through this entire update, hashtag be better, do better in the comments. No complaining, you're not a victim.